body smiling. I can feel it, okay? So you're driving while you're doing this. Be careful. Now, O stands for observe what's happening inside of you. You may still be upset. You may not feel very good. But if those 3 breaths happened and they did you well and you're smiling, you might feel okay. And finally, P. P stands for proceed with awareness and kindness. Okay? So, S, stop. T, take 3 breaths and smile. O, observe how you're doing. P, move on. Proceed and stay aware and be kind. And what will happen is if you do this, every time your reptilian brain tries to stress you out or get the better of you, you will be able to stop it. It's amazing how well it works. You know, the key is to be able to do this all the time. If you get into the habit of doing this, your brain is incredibly susceptible to repetition and persistence. It will follow suit. It will do this automatically if you keep training it to do so. And the reason for this is there's a saying in neuroscience that goes, nerve cells that fire together, wire together. Okay? The nerve cells that fire together, wire together. So every time you repeat something, your brain's rewiring itself to make it easier next time, to rein in your reptilian brain when you're starting to feel stressed. In other words, rather than your reptilian brain controlling you, you're using your reptilian brain. You are the user of your brain. That's the key. And as you repeat this process, you will be transforming your brain. You'll be taking the first step into creating your super brain. So again, I'm going to emphasize, instead of your brain using you, you need to learn that you use your brain. Take control of your brain, okay? So now let's move on to the limbic brain or emotional brain inside the hand. That's the one tucked in here. Now, besides controlling your emotions with a part of the brain called the amygdala, the limbic brain is also responsible for your short-term memory. So as you're listening to me speak, this information is coming in, it's being stored short-term in this area called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is Latin for seahorse. And if you make 2 C's with your hands and put them together and link them, like that, looks kind of like a seahorse. That's why it's called the hippocampus. And it's actually tiny. If you look inside here, here's this big giant brain, and the hippocampus is just this little tiny piece in here. So if you think about it, it's kind of weird, right? Because, you know, every bit of information you're taking in has to be stored there first before it can go to the big hard drive here in your frontal cortex. Now, the problem is, how do you keep this short-term memory going strong as you age? The first thing you need to know is this. Short-term memory is reinforced by emotion. The stronger the emotion that comes with some event, the greater the odds that you're going to remember it later. We learn best when we learn with passion.